So this is a quick little comparison video I wanted to do of the Thermal Master P2 over here and my Thermal Master X3. So, basically these are quite different units and the performance is pretty much like night and day. The P2 is basically the smallest thermal camera that you can get out there, just plugs right into your phone. This one does as well, but I've just kept it in this sort of handle. It just makes it a lot easier to carry. There's also a battery in there as well. Okay, the big difference is that this is more for short to medium distance. So yeah, if you're checking for kind of hot spots or cool spots in your house, if you're maybe just doing some close-up animal watching or just a medium range scouting, that kind of thing, this is fantastic. I mean, it's absolutely tiny. I mean, if you compare it to the X3 in the actual handle here, I mean, it's like night and day. It's just really, you're definitely going to have a harder time pocketing this. Of course, you can take this out of the handle, and basically it's about maybe 3 or 4 times the size, probably more because the actual lens component sticks out the front. And the big difference as well is the clarity of the image is going to be much better on the X3 because you've just got a high resolution camera in there. All the specifications are essentially better in the X3, but yeah, with the P2, you're not going to be paying as much for it. I think it's about a third of the price. So for anyone looking to kind of just get into thermal cameras, this is a really good option. There's a few other options out there, and a lot of them are kind of untested. I couldn't really find any reviews on them at all, but there were a ton of reviews on the P2, so that's why I ended up going for it, and I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, the X3 is also a long range device, so you're going to get much more magnification. The reason why I ended up getting the X3 is I was researching thermal cameras for months and months, and it took me a while to sort of come to the conclusion this is pretty much the highest resolution USB-C unit out there that comes with software, comes with pretty much everything good to go plugged in. There's the T2 Pro, there's the X2, a few other those sort of plug-in units as well, but their resolution is lower. So this one is 384 by 288 pixels. It's also less than 25 millikelvins, so you're going to get a really sharp, clear image, and it's able to distinguish between very, very small temperature fluctuations, which leads to a better image. So yeah, this is pretty much the best you can get unless you want to go for a dedicated, like larger sort of scope device. They can go up to, they can get like 3, 4, 5 times more expensive. So that's why I ended up going for this one, and I've been really happy with it. But for an all-rounder device that works for up close as well as to mid-range, maybe long range for just detecting, I think the P2 is such an amazing little product. And of course you get this little case with it as well, so you can carry this thing around in your keychain, won't even know it's there. But let's have a look at how these perform side by side. Okay, so I have got the Thermal Master X3 on the left, and on the right I've got the Thermal Master P2, and I'll try to angle these like around the same height, and I'm just looking at the same sort of things here, and you can see the P2's got a much wider field of view, and it really comes in handy like if you're just walking around and you kind of just want to spot something. But the X3, you can even see, that's incredible. You can see the detail like on the clothing and the trees, everything like that. And you can see like the possum there, a couple of possums there on the tree, where I can only just make them out on the P2. If I change the color palette, it's probably gonna be like easier to see. So if I change it so it's like black hot there, yeah, that's like a lot easier to see. But kind of just want to do like a one-for-one kind of comparison. And another thing you could do is that you can also like change around the contrast. The contrast settings as well. Let me just see if I can pop that in. Like, oops, I'll lower the brightness maybe, like that, and that will kind of get it a little bit closer to what the X3 looks like. So those are the like 3 people. Let's have a look like in the distance. Look at the cars there in the distance there. You can't really make them out so well, but it's there. You can see them. There's a guy here on the bench. And the birds, which aren't really visible as well. Maybe if I increase the brightness. Nope. Not good at all. The contrast is already bumped up pretty high. That's something you can't do with the X3. Can't change the contrast or any of those sort of features. Just stuck with what you got, but I won't say stuck because, as you can see, it's very, the visibility is pretty incredible, night and day. Okay, let's go walk. Yeah, but it is like difficult to walk around with the X3 because yeah, like I said, the field of view is really narrow. But in terms of clarity and just distance spotting, it's like night and day. But obviously you're paying 3 times more for it, so it's not like a pretty fair comparison, really. But get close to like a possum or something. But I'm holding both these phones quite awkwardly, so I won't be able to focus it down so well, even if I do find one. I've got it kind of focused for distant stuff. Oh look, it's a mouse, a rat or something. Yeah, this tree. Be a bit closer. Picking up the important stuff, that's for sure. But the higher sensitivity of the X3 can really distinguish the details much better. Whereas you got to get closer with the P2 to see what's going on.